अच्छा, ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर की डेफिनेशन मैंने लिख दी, इट्स द अमाउंट ऑफ चार्ज ऑन एन एलिमेंट इन अ कंपाउंड इन अ वे इट्स द वैलेंसी ऑफ एन एलिमेंट. Like oxygen's valence is -2, potassium is +1, magnesium is +2. आप थोड़ा लास्ट रो में बैठ जाना, चेयर्स का गैप रख के ये बैठे तो अच्छा है. Positivity rate is becoming more positive. I know. अच्छा, अब इसके बाद how do we work out the oxidation number of the elements? There are certain rules that we follow. I'll list those rules in the table here. उसके बाद we'll do the practice or that came in the fourth thing that I explained in between. You would understand that how do we work the oxidation number of manganese for that. So in this table, you could actually write the oxidation numbers. Mr. Qasim, you want to scale?
Yes, sir.
I had one here. Somebody stole it. ये ले लो. So in this table, we'll write the oxidation numbers. It would be substance here and the rule. Both हैं, शाम हो जाएगी. अच्छा, first column आपने छोटा रखना है. Right hand side column slightly bigger. And there are about 5-6 rows. तो rows आप साथ साथ लगाएं. Don't need to. Rows like 6 के करीब होंगे, लेकिन just draw the columns initially. Okay, so it's like the substance here, and then its oxidation number. The thing is that some of the elements' oxidation numbers are fixed, and we use them to find the oxidation numbers of the elements which are not fixed. So first one is group 1, group 2, and group 7. Group 1, group 2, and group 7 elements. Their oxidation numbers are +1, +2, and -1 respectively. अब ये rules आप लिखते जाएं, ठीक है? Once I start examples, then you should be able to understand them properly. The oxidation numbers of group 1, group 2, and group 7 elements are +1, +2, and -1. Respectively means that group 1 +1, group 2 +2, and group 7 would be -1. It is just like their valency, in fact. Group 1 elements valence is +1, so their oxidation number is also same, +1. Yes, but some of the elements in group 3 do not, stay according to their valency, so we don't write that in rules here. These are the elements which have fixed valencies and oxidation number. Even इसमें भी group 7 sometimes can change their oxidation numbers, ठीक है? But generally they are like that. जैसे उनकी valency है. जब जैसे दिल करे, जैसे आपका रुके दिल करे. कभी solubility rules याद कर लेते हो, कभी नहीं. Okay, so the next is oxidation number of oxygen. The oxidation number of oxygen is -2, except in peroxides where it is -1. Like oxygen will always be -2, but in peroxides, oxygen becomes -1. Peroxides are like compounds of oxygen which are different from normal oxygen compound. जो oxides हमने पढ़े थे उनसे थोड़े different होते हैं. One of them you should know is this hydrogen peroxide, H2O2. H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide, and you need to know that oxygen's valency oxidation number in this case is -1. अब वो क्यों -1 है वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगा आपको, ठीक है? But initially oxygen is -2, but in peroxide it is -1. Then the oxidation number of hydrogen is +1, except in hydrides. hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is a colorless toxic liquid actually, and it's used in many experiments in the lab. So hydrogen is +1 except in hydrides, where it is -1. Like hydrogen is +1 all the time, but in hydrides it becomes -1. Hydrides are such compounds where hydrogen is bonded with a metal. Hydrides are compounds of hydrogen with metal. So if you see hydrogen bonded with a metal, so it is hydride. For example, hydride की example एक लिख लेंगे NaH, sodium hydride. Hydrides are compounds of hydrogen with metals such as sodium hydride. इसमें hydrogen is negative and metal is positive. Metal is never negative; it's always positive. अब इसी तरह से oxidation number of free elements. Free elements are the ones which are not bonded yet, or they're bonded with the same type of atom, like same elements are bonded in. Their oxidation numbers are 0. और इनकी examples में we could write H2, Cl2, O2, or all the metals in free state. But metals का तो students can remember, but diatomic molecules which are made up of same element, they're called free elements also. ठीक है, इनको हम free elements भी कहते हैं. Their oxidation numbers are 0. फिर the oxidation number of an ion. The list of ions आपने याद किए, सल्फेट, नाइट्रेट, कार्बोनेट. देखो मुझे याद आ गई. पूछूं? अमोनियम बताओ. गुड. एक चीज सही याद की तुमने. अमोनियम NH4+1. हाँ नहीं, आयन का अभी +1 नहीं, ये तो मैं लिखूंगा. नाइट्रेट. 2 minus your favorite. 1 minus. NO3 1 minus. चले नहीं. Ions oxidation number is equal to its valency. Like sulfate -2, nitrate -1, carbonate -2. जो उसकी valency, its oxidation number equals to that. And the last, the oxidation number of the entire molecule. A molecule's oxidation number is equal to 0. I mean, overall, the whole molecule is 0. The charge on the molecule is 0. These oxidation number rules that we have written in the table, we use them to find the oxidation numbers of the unknown elements, right? Iski 2 or 3 examples I'll explain myself. Uske baad you guys try. And once you know this very well, only then you could actually answer electrolysis experiment questions properly, equations जो उसमें होती हैं. इसके बाद you could actually add examples. What do you mean by molecules? Anything that this thing is ionic compound. Ionic compound के लिए we don't use word molecule, but a molecule is something which is stable and made up of more than one atom at least. So like H2 is molecule, Cl2 is molecule, water is a molecule, H2O2 is a molecule. So molecules जो हम normally reactions में लिखते हैं, their oxidation number is 0, like because it is sum of positive negative charge. इधर भी आपको ये समझ आएगा, इस पे भी. अच्छा अब देखें, as I said, I'll explain 2 or 3 examples myself. वो आपने समझनी है. You don't need to try and copy that side by side. I'll give you all the time to copy, right? आप समझ लोगे 2-3 examples तो फिर ये rules भी आपको याद हो जाएंगे. Otherwise, this is something which you cannot memorize. I mean, I've seen students जो direct approach पे जाते हैं, without doing this part, they jump onto the examples and questions. They would never be able to do it properly, right? अब समझिए जरा. Would you guys tell me the name of this compound? Sodium nitrate, right? It's a salt, nitrate salt. देखो एक चीज मैं बोलता हूँ मुझे इतने क्वेश्चन माइंड में आते हैं. Is it a soluble salt? Yes. Why? Good. Now the train is about to get picked up the speed. What do we get if I heat this salt?
Metal oxide plus NO2 plus.
Wrong.
Metal oxide plus nitrate salt and nitrite salt plus O2. Sodium group 1.
Yes.
Sir,
You're done with your chance. आपने कासिम ठीक नहीं बताया. That one is nitrate नहीं. Nitrite salt and oxygen, right? Good. NaNO2 plus O2. Now let's come back to the topic. अच्छा, अब in this sodium nitrate, the examiner would clearly tell you okay, which element's oxidation number are you supposed to find. I mean, sometimes they underline the element, sometimes they write in words in the question. Like in sodium nitrate, what is the oxidation number of nitrogen? ऐसे लिखा होगा, ठीक है? I mean, you will be told कि which element's oxidation number you have to find, right? अब how do we do that? उसको आपने समझना बेटा, हर बंदा फोकस करेगा because I'll be asking question all the time. अच्छा, the overall charge on a compound, overall charge on the molecule is 0, right?
yes.
So what we do is like we take the charge on the whole thing equal to 0. And after that, nitrogen is the subject. इसके अलावा बाकी elements oxidation number we put in and we add them. अब sodium is in group 1, right? So group 1 elements oxidation number is just like their valency. Sodium is in group 1, so its oxidation number is +1. So I'll write +1 for sodium, and to that I'll add nitrogen. We add all the oxidation numbers. In the compound, we add all the oxidation numbers. Sodium's oxidation number is +1, nitrogen is the other one. I'm finding that, so I'll keep it N or X लिख दो. जो find करे उसको subject बना लो. After that, we add oxygen. There is the tricky part in it. Oxygen's oxidation number is
-2.
yes, and it's not even this compound, right? So it's -2.
Yes.
Up the number of oxidation is multiplied with the number of atoms.
-6.
So -2 times 3, -6. So oxygen, 3 oxygen are like -6. That is equal to 0. इसमें से we work out nitrogen. That would be +6 -1 +5. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
6 उधर जाएगा +6 और -1 +5. शो मुश्किल है. अच्छा, अब दूसरी चीज ये लास्ट समझ लें. थोड़ी सी समझ आती है ना बच्चे, जल्दी से लिखना शुरू कर देते. Somebody should translate that for Umar later. Leave it. ग्रो करना वो मैं भी कर लेता हूँ. My kids are doing these days. I've told them not to do that anymore at home. Okay, so the last thing. I said the overall oxidation number of a compound is 0, right? How is it 0? अब देखो जरा. Nitrogen का oxidation number क्या निकला? +5. So if I write their oxidation number on their top, so sodium's oxidation number is +1. Nitrogen we found +5. Oxygen is -6, right? So what is the total negative charge?
0.
Total negative charge. Total negative charge is -6. And that has to be equal to the total positive charge, right? So that's +1 and +5 +6. So +6 -6, overall 0, right? Compound or molecule will be 0 unless it's an ion. Ion का charge equals to its valency, not 0. ठीक है? Anyone having a doubt in sodium nitrate example should ask, because I'll be doing 1 or 2 more examples. अब आप इसको copy कर लें, you can note it down, and then I'll explain the second example myself again. Then after that, you guys can do yourself. This AC is making a lot of noise today. So this working is actually for structured paper, like theory paper. But you need to do this much practice that it comes in MCQs, and the question would simply say, which of the following is correct oxidation number of nitrogen? So it'll be like +1, +5, +6, and all. So you do it quickly and find out the correct option. So it should be +5. And again, I don't want to say this, but many students who are well prepared for exam, they practice these examples so much that they already know the oxidation numbers of the common elements, right? Common compound, you should practice enough and you should know it already. That will save your time in MCQs. Baki, I mean, if you have a doubt, so you can always work it out. Structured paper, you need to show the working, and the marks for the working, you get 1 mark for putting this values equation and 1 for the correct answer, right? Achha, up, let's go back to that example that I wrote in the start. That potassium mayonnaise example. KMNO4, potassium permanganate. In potassium permanganate, we are supposed to find the oxidation number of manganese. No, you said what? In KMNO4, we are working the oxidation number of manganese. You guys are not doing that. I'll do it. Don't do it yourself. अभी आपको टाइम मिलेगा, फिर मैं देख रहा होता हूँ, फिर आप लोग नहीं बोलते. Manganese का oxidation number हम निकाल रहे हैं, right? So the rules are same. The overall charge on KMNO4 is
0.
Compounds are always 0, right? So it's 0. Potassium is in group 1.
+1.
So it's like +1. So write +1 here. And manganese is the subject. You write X or Mn for it. Oxygen -2 times 4, -8, right? So we write -8. We add all the oxidation numbers, and that is equal to 0.
7.
And manganese would be like ye to jayega +8, -1, +7. So this is what I was doing earlier when I started the class. Manganese oxidation number I worked out +7. ये मैंने क्लास स्टार्ट की थी, कब की थी? सिली जोक्स क्रैकिंग. अब ये समझ आई? लिखो शाबाश. पहले से कर लिया था. अब I'll be writing some compounds here, and I'll underline the elements, the one that you need to find the oxidation numbers of. वो आप लोग ट्राई करेंगे and then we discuss them. Yes sir.
सर हमें कैसे पता कि हमारा सर जो मैग्नीज है वो पॉजिटिव है?
ये वाला,
तो प्लस क्यों लगे उसके साथ?
ये,
नीचे तक नीचे
this,
तो साइड
ये वाला. No.
सबको ऐड कर.
We are adding the oxidation numbers. We are adding all the oxidation numbers. Potassium's oxidation number is +1. This will add to the manganese oxidation number. So whatever its oxidation number, we add it. फिर manganese के बाद oxygen's oxidation number would add into manganese. So we're adding all the oxidation number. So overall charge is 0 because overall charge on a compound is sum of all the oxidation numbers. And in the compound, the total positive charge has to be equal to the total negative charge. आप KMNO4 में आप देख लो, what is the total negative charge? इस कंपाउंड में ऑक्सीजन पे था ना नेगेटिव, सो ऑक्सीजन इज लाइक -8, पोटेशियम इज +1. अब without doing this working, even you can tell what manganese should be, because my overall charge has to be 0, negative is -8. I know one of the positive charge which is +7. To balance the -8, manganese has to be +7. ठीक है? So up, this is the practice that we would eventually reach because it's needed in MCQs. In MCQs, sometimes you get the entire equation, reactant product, and one element in each compound. We have to find the oxidation number. Up, see, the thing is, KMNO4 is such a common compound in these questions. Or KMNO4, it's manganese that you'll be finding all the time. Manganese, you've done it 10 times, every time it comes +7. So what's wrong in memorizing it? Why would you do it in MCQs again to make sure कि आज भी ये +7 है कि नहीं? When I crack a joke, I'm always worried. Did you understand that or not? We'll hire a translator for you now, or Google Translator will do the best. अच्छा, अब मैं कुछ एग्जांपल्स लिख रहा हूँ बेटा, ये आप लोगों ने ट्राई करना. अच्छा, अब H2SO4 में the elements which I would underline, they are the ones which you need to work the oxidation number, like sulfur in H2SO4, फिर सोडियम फॉस्फेट Na3PO4 में फॉस्फोरस. ठीक है, जिनको मैंने अंडरलाइन किया, you need to work their oxidation numbers. I'm not erasing the rules or periodic table. You might need periodic table for group 1, 2 elements and all. ठीक है, but अगर आपके पास नहीं है तो you can maybe have one of mine. वैसे इतनी जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी.
Sir, any nitrogen?
Yes, please.
No, sir.
That is sodium. ये तो फाइंड करनी है. ऑक्सीडेशन नंबर फाइंड कर रहे हैं. K2Cr2O7 पोटेशियम डाइक्रोमेट में we work out chromium. Multiply the oxidation number will multiply +3 हो जाएगा, +1 times 3. The number of atoms of the element will multiply with its oxidation number. तो सोडियम +1 है तो टाइम्स 3 करोगे. लाइक ऑक्सीजन को हम कर रहे थे -2 times 4. HNO3 में we work out this nitrogen. सोडियम इज इन ग्रुप 1. लीजिए, अब आप याद कर लो, ये लो, तो यूज करो फिर इसको. सारे कर लिए, ये भी कर लिए. हाँ, इसको सोचो, और इस पे Cr2 है, एंड पे आपने ये डिवाइडेड बाय 2, क्योंकि at the end we have to find oxidation number of one atom. एंड पे, या इसको 2x कर दो तो जस्ट लाइक we write charge with it, right? +6.
Yes, sir.
कर लिए. साद, आर यू डन? उमर कर लिए आपने? This summer is excluded from all the questions till summer. That was the deal. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the answer for sulfur.
Plus 6. Plus 6.
Plus
Plus 6.
6.
6.
+8.
Plus 6 is correct.
सर वो तो जीरो है ना वहाँ पर
कौन
क्योंकि H2 जीरो होगा
ये क्या बात हुई बेटा ये लिसन अरीबा एक सेकंड देखिए H2 हाइड्रोजन गैस है एंड ये पूरा एक कंपाउंड है सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड. It doesn't mean when you see H2 anywhere you just make it zero. I mean it's hydrogen and that is this. Unless it's a molecule of H2 gas, that is something else. ठीक है हाइड्रोजन गैस नहीं है ये. It is like hydrogen in a compound. That is not H2 gas. फर्क है. So it's like hydrogen. We take it hydrogen, which is plus one times 2 plus 2 plus sulfur. अब oxygen minus 2 times 4 minus 8. That equals to 0. So sulfur should be plus 6. I repeat, that is hydrogen gas when it is free, independent, not bonded with another element. That's free element. Over here, it's not a free element. It's bonded in a compound with sulfur. Na3PO4 में phosphorus plus 5. That is correct. So again, overall 0. Sodium 1 times 3 plus 3. Phosphorus and oxygen minus 8 equals to 0. So sodium would be, phosphorus will be plus 5. अब इधर कोई डाउट होगा किसी का, you should ask. The thing is कि you need to retain these few rules and when you practice some of these examples ये आपको याद हो ही जाएंगे थोड़े से, ठीक है ना. पोटेशियम डाइक्रोमेट में क्रोमियम plus 6. Oxidation number won't be in fractions. It will always be a whole number value, right? So it's plus 6. Potassium plus 1 times 2 because potassium is in group 1. So plus 1 times 2 potassium will be plus 2. Chromium आप इसको 2x कर दो या Cr2 कर दें, 2Cr कर दें. Oxygen is minus 14 minus 2 times 7 minus 14 equals to 0 and Cr2 would be like plus 12 and Cr would be plus 6. 2 of chromium are plus 12 and 1 chromium is plus 6. HNO3 में nitrogen plus 5, correct. Overall 0. Up again we don't take this hydrogen just like that H2. It's like a hydrogen in a compound is plus 1 and nitrogen is subject. Oxygen minus 6 equals to 0 plus 5. ठीक है. आप मुझे बताएं कोई क्वेश्चन है या कोई डाउट है इसमें, कुछ शाबाश. समझ आया कुछ. अच्छा कल आपको I'll be making you do some difficult examples, tricky ones. हैं? नहीं अभी ये तो आसान है. Not that difficult, लेकिन ये है कि still the ones which come in exam a lot वो भी हम करेंगे. फिर मैं आपको ऑक्सीडेशन रिडॉक्स रिएक्शन एक्सप्लेन करूंगा, ठीक है. तो that would be all for today बेटा. Oh, I forgot.
मैं उस दिन आपको वापस क्या कहता, मैंने इससे पहले यही देखा था.
देखो मुझे ये मिल नहीं रहे थे मार्क्स, इसकी वजह से बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट काम रुक गया मेरा. ओके बेटा,
मेरा क्यों नहीं लिखा हुआ?
आपका दूसरी लिस्ट पे आधे